Hello everyone, you are most welcome to my channel. Today we shall be learning how to implement insertion sort algorithm in Python. My name is Ronnie Atoire, aka AfroBoyTex, and I'm glad that you chose this particular channel of video for insertion sort. So let's get started. So what is insertion sort? Insertion sort is basically a stable in-place algorithm. In-place algorithm meaning that it doesn't require more space, doesn't require more constants for it to be able to sort, and it really works well for nearly sorted or small arrays. And one of its scenarios is that it has one of the worst big O notation implementations. So how does it really work? It partitions the array into sub-array, which is one is sorted and one is not sorted. So at the beginning, the sorted sub-array contains only the first element of our original array. So we just trivially say this is a sorted number. We get one number and we make it sorted. We compare it to the next number. If the number is greater than, we just substitute just like that. So that's why we call it insertion sort. So it's done by moving all elements larger than that element to the position to the right of that element. So let's see what it is. Let's do the implementation here. I'm going to call it insertion. I can just say insertion, yes. Then it will be taking in an array or a list. So we are going to start from 1 since the first element is trivially sorted. So for that we shall need a for loop. For index we shall call it index. In range, remember we have an array, so from 1 length of the array. So we shall have a current value, then a current position variable, so that we hold them that will be useful in our swapping or in our insertions. So we shall create a current value. Why don't we just call it CV? Then a current value is going to be an array at that particular index, because we are starting from 1. So at that particular index, that's our current value. Now current position is going to be that index that we've started with. So maybe not to be confused, I'm just going to call this CV is a current value. Then this is going to be CP, is going to be a current position. So under here, as long as we haven't reached the end and there is actually the beginning, we haven't reached the beginning and there is an element in our sorted array larger than the one that we are trying to insert, so we move that element to the right. So here it's basically good to use a while loop, so long as you have the current position that we are at is greater than the array at the current position, like at the beginning of the array at the beginning. So we just swap them. So that's what we're going to do here. So we say while, let's do a space, say while current position is greater than 0. Now moving on to the next element, while it's greater than 0, now we use a chain condition, and the array that we're trying to sort is at that particular position, which is CP, which is our current position, minus 1, that's the beginning. That current position minus 1 is greater than the current value, which is CV. That means we shall have our CV, our current value, at that array, so long as it is greater than. So we say array at that particular index. Then that means we keep doing this over and over. That means we have to keep reducing to the current position, which is the position before. So that means we shall have this to do CP. We shall do CP minus equals to 1. You shall see this is basically doing this is the same as CP equals to CP minus 1. So as long as actually we have reached so we have either reached the beginning of the array, or we have found an element of the sorted array that is smaller than that element, so that we are trying to insert at the current position minus 1. That's why we are reducing. Either way, we should now insert that element at the current position. So basically saying array at the current position, at that current position, which is the index, equals to the current value. So here we shall close our while loop. We need to close the while loop. So we shall close our while loop with array at that current position. Yes, at that current position will be equal to that current value, which is C. That's it. Yes, that's it. Hope that works. If it doesn't, we shall see how to debug it. So we come here and we test with an array. We create an array with elements of 23, 43, 42, 67, 89, 1, 23, and 22 again, 1, 8, 17, 6, then maybe 30, and then so now we call our insertion, then we put in our array, and we just print our array. So we run our program. It is by insertion. Yeah, we get an error insertion. So here is what it is. We run it again. 142, it doesn't work. So we now find out why doesn't it work. So we come back to our program. So as we can see, our while loop, current position, if current position is greater than 0, then the array, and the array, so this is true, and this one and this one is true. So we shall iterate with our while loop. Is that position, the previous position, the array at the previous position is greater than the current value, then the current value equals to that array at that index. Actually it should be that array, the current value here should be array, it should be actually, and that array at that current position, then minus 1. Yes, let's try out this. We shall say that array, so it's our logic here that is trying to defeat us. That array at current position, because they're trying to get, we are using the current position. So that array at current position, I don't know where I got this now from, the index, because we no longer have the index here. The current position is the index, so we shouldn't be using index in this while loop. Yes, we shouldn't be using index. So let me first comment this out. So array at current position will be equal to, yes, array at that current position that we are looking at, which is CP minus 1. Remember, we are doing CP minus 1 here. So array at current position will be that array at current position minus 1, the previous array, if it is greater than the current value. That's what we are trying to do here. So we save again, we run our program to see if it really works. Yeah, it seems to be, yes, it's working. 22, 23, 30, 42. So that's it. Thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions, please kindly let me know in the comment section, and also do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I will be so happy if I see that button subscription being clicked on and my numbers of viewers increasing. For any other information, check out the GitHub repo. Thank you. Have a great one.